Mr. Clean is dead. That is how I opened yesterday's video, and a lot of people did not find my joke very funny. They were actually really quite angry at my clickbait title, and if it makes you guys feel any better, I did not do the clickbait for the money or the increased views. The only reason I did the clickbait is because I take joy in trolling my audience. There's something about trolling all you guys that brings me a little bit of joy. I'm sorry, but are you at least happy Mr. Clean's alive and well? Well, well for now. I'll be honest, he actually is he's looking a little more colorful, a little more lively. It's not just me, right? That's not just me being hopeful. Does he not look like he's had a little more life in him? So over the last 2 days, I've been feeding Mr. Clean a medicated anti-parasitic feed. So this medicated feed has fenbendazole in it. So it's got fenbendazole, which, kills a variety of parasites. He's been eating up a ton of this stuff. He gobbles it straight up. It's very palpable. And I honestly think, I'm not sure if his problem was maybe at the root a parasitic problem, but I will say he just looks a little more lively. He still looks a little bit zombie-like, but he does look a little bit more colorful. And his scales are not raised. His scales are really not raised. So I will say this is the first time I've actually seen him improve and look better since that second time he got the dropsy back. So I'm going to continue a full treatment with him for this, and I'm actually going to do it as a prophylactic to everyone else. So I know giving medications prophylactically is very controversial, and I do believe that it's wrong for antibiotics. But for parasites are a different story. So one, they do not replicate nearly as often as bacteria does, and two, they're almost a little bit more necessary than antibiotics. Because in some goldfish, there's always going to be some sort of parasite load. And sometimes when a goldfish gets a little bit weakened, that parasite load can increase and it can be bad. And I almost feel like that's probably what happened to Mr. Clean. So once in a while, it can be good to actually reduce that parasite load across your stock. Many people use praziquantel. I honestly don't find praziquantel very effective. This fenbendazole feed, I found this fenbendazole in the feed is a lot more effective at just, clearing out that gut. You see that? Clearing out the gut for parasites. Hey buddies, you want some flakes? You want some flakes, buddies? Man, I love these red caps. I just love how red their heads, boop, boop. I love how red their heads are. And guys, would you look at the size of Num Nums here? Do any of you guys recall exactly how small Num Nums was when we first got him? He's actually longer than these other red caps in here. He may grow to be the largest red cap. Hey, stop eating Num Nums. It's honestly amazing how large this guy has grown. And the colors are beautiful on him. If you notice a slowing in the rate of growth of your goldfish, and you notice their color kind of looks diminished, they just don't look as strong and vigorous as they used to be. They look kind of washed out and weak. That could be a sign that they're holding some parasites in their gut. That could be a sign that, there's something leaching onto them that's taken away some of their energy. Hey, little Smurf. Hey, little Smurf, you're not so little anymore. Buddy, eat some flakes. Eat some flakes. Eat those flakes, buddy. Everybody, what should I name this little tubby choo-choo here? He's a choo-choo with a dorsal fin. I think he's one of the most adorable little guys ever. He's like a little doggo. I'll wash the mug out here, and all the remaining flakes will be for Millie Bobby Goldfish. Man, look at her go with that thick forehead. And Mr. Plushy. Come here, Tubby Toby. Come here. Eat up. Eat up. I'm going to be selling Betsy pretty soon. It's time for a San Pellegrino break. That was good. Oh, Luke, what happened to your regular turtles? What happened to your regular turtles? They freaking hate me. Today is a very special day, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the day I get to increase the power of the pump because the baby goldfish are large enough to not get sucked against the face of this mesh. As soon as they gain a little bit of mass, they're able to, not die so easily. So the water changes take less time. We take this, we put it in here. I literally just dropped this in water. And now we're gonna just wipe it off and we plug it in, right? Is that safe, guys? So we're gonna feed the baby goldfish. I always take this out of here just a couple minutes to let the brine shrimp settle from the eggs. I'm really only understanding now just how many babies we got from this batch. This batch was honestly a lot more successful than I thought. Just, like, there's still some over there, but just from over here, like up close here and down there against the back wall, that is a lot. That is a whole lot of baby goldfish. So these are like all from carrot, and then I'd say 90% Donald. There was like maybe a 10% Joe in there, just a little bit of Joe in there. But I'm saying like 95% Donald. This is just Donald and carrot right here. And this is from our second spawn. So we also had another Donald and carrot spawn with a smidge of Joe. And this one is not quite as successful of a spawn. So they're still small right now, and they're kind of spread out. Like a lot of them are up close, so you can't see them all. But there are definitely not as many babies here. So those guys over there are about a week old. These little guys here are a couple days old. All right, let's take this and let's bring it down here. Something I do when I have baby goldfish is I'm literally down here multiple hours a day doing this. All right, I come down here as much as I possibly can, and I just add more of these brine shrimp into the mix, because I don't want to just dump them all in the morning, because then the filter will suck them in. I just put them on one edge of the tank, let them kind of sink to the bottom, slowly make their way to the filter as the goldfish graze on them. So I'm just trying to get these fish with a constant supply of food. The more food they have, the better. There you go, guys. Eat up. Eat up. We better have some high-quality ranchos in here. Man, I'm always amazed at just how many of those little guys there are. And you can see those orange-filled bellies. That's good. When their bellies are nice, full, and orange like that, that means they're eating a lot. And of course, just like every other day, we are doing water changes in the goldfish basement. It would not be a day here if we didn't get out our pumps and our tubes and get to our water changes. So let's get these things out of here and let's get pumping. When I in awesome wonder consider all the world thy hands have made, I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe displayed. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art. All right. While these tubs are draining here, I am going to go to my garage to find a second mesh net because I want to change the water in the other baby goldfish tank. So I know I have more, but I'm pretty sure they're in my garage. Is it not just the most beautiful day out here? Look how beautiful it is, guys. This is wonderful. And just as suspected, look what we found in my garage with all my other junk here. All right, so this is important. Guys, look what I found. This is what I put the brine shrimp in. Okay, wow. So after I make a very large batch of brine shrimp, I'll take them and I'll put them in this and I'll freeze them. So I get like these little frozen brine shrimp cubes. So yeah, I forgot I even had these little things, but these are like the perfect little portioned out sizes for those brine shrimp cubes. Okay, so we got our second water change pump in here. So this one, luckily, I did not drop in water. So we should be good to go. Uh-oh, what was that noise? And we give them a quick check here, and yes, they are both working. So one thing I always make sure to do is I secure my pumps And this water level is getting a little bit high. So this is my dumping tub system. So I have my dehumidifiers here. They pour into the dumping tub. I dump water into the dumping tub. And this thing has like a valve like float thing. And when it goes high enough, it sends the water up. Wow, that is sagging more than I remember. Up and outside. Also, can we take a minute to appreciate rocky goldfish? Just look how beautiful. So I named this guy Rocky Goldfish after the Instagram account Rocky Goldfish. And look at that white body, red. That's not even an orange dorsal fin. That is a red dorsal fin, red spot on the wen, and red in the tail, like a red-white tail. So this is Rocky Goldfish. Again, just a stunner. Just a stunner, this guy. You know, a similar color pattern to this jiggly code right here. Similar color pattern, but you know, this is a Ranchu. That's a Ranchu with a dorsal. Also, quick Harold and Gerald update. So I'm noticing that Harold over here, the guy that looks like he has a little hair spike, he's bigger, but he's a little bit lighter colored. He has a much lighter coloration, whereas Gerald has the better, you know, dorsal fin there. He actually looks a bit darker. So maybe it might be that Harold is taking after the telescope goldfish with those darker colors. Or no, it might be that Gerald is taking after the telescope goldfish and Harold is taking after Stacy Jr. I almost forgot to feed this tank their flakes. Come on, Luke. Come on. There we go. We got Oreo over here. We got a little Pudge back there. Look at little Pudge just strolling along. So yeah, everyone's getting these prophylactic flakes. Look at this cheese ball. Also guys, Oreo merch is in the works. That's right, we're gonna get merch made of our beautiful goldfish Oreo over here. The art is done, the art is complete. Now I'm trying to get together, you know, the whole manufacturing, but it's not gonna take too long. Alert, major poop. Alert, major poop. Oh my goodness, you guys see how that flake stuff just clears out their gut? It just clears out the whole gut of everything. My goodness, Carrot. Let it go. Let it go. You better not eat that. Joe, do not be tempted. Do not be, okay, thank God. Also guys, check this out. Do you see with that little thing there? We have more hybrid baby goldfish in this tank. Do you guys see that little, those 2 of them, 3 of them? Do you guys see those little things? We have more hybrid goldfish in this tank. So, for these ones, should I take these out or should I just see if they can survive here? Okay, guys? Because we already got Harold and Gerald from this tank. It looks like they produced more. Yeah, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should I take these guys out or should I just let them be here? Should I just let them be here and see if they can just hide in these plants and in this algae here and really take hold? Because I took a bunch of the other ones out and they died because Harold and Gerald ate them. So maybe we should just see if nature allows some survivors. Look at this little thing. Look at this little tiny thing. Complete natural spawn. This is a natural goldfish spawn, no human intervention. And yes, those are my calluses. If you don't have any, you should be going to the gym. Also, some of you guys were asking about that little goldfish that I found in the tub. Well, look at him now. So that little goldfish that I found in the tub, so he's an Oranda goldfish, and yeah, he's really packing on some size. He's still very small, but he's really getting that Oranda shape. He's really getting that Oranda shape, and he's a pretty Oranda. So typically these little survivor goldfish are like ugly. This is a pretty survivor, okay? This is a non-ugly survivor. This is a first. This is actually this is a good quality Oranda goldfish that randomly appeared in my tub. So well, actually, hold on. Let me look at that fin. Let me look at that back fin. Well, there's a little fin that's a little sticking out where, well, no. Well, maybe there's one fin that's a little out of place, but honestly, a good fish. I'll have a blue Christmas without you. Man, is it, guys, is it just my hope? Is it just me being hopeful? Or does Mr. Clean actually look a little better? Is it just my mind playing games on me that, you know, wants him to survive and never die? Is that just my mind playing games? Or does he actually kind of look like he's getting a little better? You don't look very swollen to me anymore. He looks kind of nice and straight. He's always kind of had that those ridgy scales. He's always kind of had those pointy scales. But he looks cute. It is now time for booping. Boop, boop, multiple boops. Boop, 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 boop. Rise, my red caps. Rise, rise and get boop, boop. Boop, boop. I don't know why it's so fun to boop them. So fun just to pachoo, 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 pachoo. Okay, so how are the water changes going? Well, I was very efficient. So I finished changing out 1, 2, 3, 4 of those tubs, and now I'm filling up one of the baby goldfish tubs, still draining the other one. I got 2 pumps on that. So pretty soon, I'm gonna begin filling up all these guys right here. Hey, you little turtle. Everyone's asking about you, you slider turtle. Everyone's asking about where you are. So I should probably do a little bit of cleaning on their tank because they like to make quite the mess over there. So I think I will do a water change on their tank. You will love me. You will love me, sir. You will love me. Where are you? Where are you, little turtle? You will love me, little turtle. You guys know about that presidential weight gaining competition between Joe and Donald here? Well, I weighed Joe, and he was 60 grams. 6-0. He started at 42, okay? Donald was only 54 grams, and he started at 46. So he's actually heavier than Donald, and he started lighter, meaning Donald is really slacking, all right? He's spending too much time pooping. He is spending way too much time just producing tons and tons of babies that he's actually fallen far behind. So Joe has gained a total of 18 grams. Donald's only up 8 grams. You guys remember those common goldfish that I put in with my turtles? Look, everybody said these goldfish would get eaten. Everybody said these goldfish are 100% going to get eaten. Oh my goodness, look at the size of these common goldfish. But yeah, they've grown to a ridiculous size here. I'm going to make the largest brine shrimp hatchery you guys have ever seen. First step in a brine shrimp hatchery is measuring out your water. So we got to count every cup to make our correct salinity. So that's 2 cups, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ended up putting 48 cups in there. So that's actually 3 gallons. So for 3 gallons, we're going to need 1.5 cups of salt. So that right there is our first cup. So we'll put that in there, and then, like, that's about a good 1/2 cup. Well, that's a good 1/2 cup right there. Maybe a little pinch more. Now it's time for the brine shrimp. So this is literally going to be like the biggest brine shrimp hatchery I've ever seen. So let's do 1 of those. Let's do 2 of those. Let's do 3 of these. Let's do 4. Let's kick it up a notch. Let's go 5. 19. Okay, we did 19, guys. This is literally this is a ton of brine shrimp. I just want to get a massive amount. Okay, let's take this giant thing. Whoo boy. And we'll put it right here, and we'll give it one nice big chunky airstone. All right, guys, I gotta go to Bible study pretty soon. That is all for today's vlog. Hope you enjoyed it. Also, one thing I forgot to include, I saw some of the baby glass-bellied guppies with some eggs or babies inside of them. meaning we are getting our second generation of the glass-bellied guppies. Very excited about that. But yeah, that's all. Luke's Goldies and the red caps out.